Unexpected teams that almost became champions. Back in 2002, the World Cup was being held in Japan and South Korea, and many fans were focused on the usual favorites like Brazil, Germany, and Argentina. Yet there was one team that most people barely paid attention to at the start, and that team was Turkey, who had not even played in a World Cup for nearly 50 years before this. But once the tournament began, Turkey made sure the entire world noticed them. You see, Turkey was placed in the same group as Brazil, one of the strongest teams in football history, and most people thought they would be crushed. But instead, Turkey gave Brazil a real fight and only lost by a single goal in a match filled with controversy. But the real surprise came when the group stage came to an end. The thing is, Turkey bounced back by drawing with Costa Rica and then defeating China with ease, which was just enough to make it out of their group, and for a country that had waited almost half a century to be back on the world stage, just surviving the group already felt like history in the making. But advancing to the knockout rounds was only the beginning of their wild journey. What I mean is that Turkey went up against the co-host Japan, who had their entire nation cheering them on, yet Turkey stunned everyone by scoring early and holding firm defensively to knock the hosts out of their own tournament, and suddenly, a team no one expected much from was marching into the quarterfinals. But their biggest moment of drama was waiting right around the corner. As it turns out, their quarterfinal opponent was Senegal, who themselves had shocked the world by beating defending champions France. The match went into extra time, and with everything on the line, Turkey's substitute striker Ilhan Mansız scored a golden goal that instantly sent them into the semifinals. And it was a moment of pure ecstasy for Turkish fans who could hardly believe what they were seeing. But even after all of that, there was still one last twist left in their story. Turkey got their dream rematch against Brazil in the semifinals, but this time too, they fell short by just one goal. Still, their journey was not over yet. They had one final shot at glory in the third place playoff against South Korea, and right from kickoff, Hakan Şükür shocked the entire stadium by scoring the fastest goal in World Cup history after only 10.8 seconds, and Turkey never looked back from there and secured the win, cementing their place among the top 3 teams in the world.